first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
1-yard gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
Roethlisberger's pass.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Check 50, check 50. Whoa! Check like 45.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
First down throw for Mayfield. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Play fake, Mayfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Robert Foster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Good. Makes the score Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
The game at 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Browns.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
They go play action. Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Mayfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays it.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38, Roethlisberger looking deep here for Ebron. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
45. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Come. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 45 to Mike. Oh, here we go.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Open man here is Foster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
29 yards. 1st down, Browns.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Mayfield with it once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Don't be scared of it.
Now Ben on third and long. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. To throw, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a two-time Pro Bowler, had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year, and he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to yard free. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Dalvin Cook.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mayfield off the play fake. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Mayfield on first down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On second down, Mayfield again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb, able to power through. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Matthew McCrane on for the field goal. A 42-yard.
McCrane's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you a point, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
There's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed, his rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. From the red zone now, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, but it's going to be second down.
It was covered by Steven Nelson.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third down.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Here we go, D.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Play fake. Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
6 yards on the play.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now Landry. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
37-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
3rd down here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Following the interception, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Run. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, check my 33. Check no.
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
Number 80, Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Matthew McCrane on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
45. Mike, 45.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Their own 36-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Going deep here for Landry. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, Cleveland.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Landry again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McCrane on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 38, Steelers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Here we go.
Again, it's Cook. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
45.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And here's a very low line drive, almost whipped on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Mayfield with it once more. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.